So a bit of a weird one this week. So the painting / ink drawing that I did and was showed at the Crafty Egg has sold, so that's brilliant. Yay. Except the postal company EVRI, which is known as a reputation of like the worst parcel company in the UK basically, but you kind of think the reputation must be, just hearsay, and the negative voices are louder than the positive ones, and there's a lot of positives on there too. And my international one got there just fine a day before the estimated, even though it did take a little bit longer, but it was cheaper than the other ones. But cheap isn't always good, of course. But I won't be using them from now on, because Bristol to Oxford, they've been in processing for the day since it should have been delivered for a week. And it might turn up, but I have a feeling it won't. So I'm going to be recreating the painting for the client. Luckily, it wasn't anything that, mixed. Normally I mix my colours. This was straight from the tube, so that's a bit easier. But it was a spontaneous drippy painting, and I had to recreate that. So that actually is more difficult than it sounds. The actual painting, well, it took a little bit of time to figure out the fishnets and the stencil and things. I now know the process, but can I recreate it more or less to letter? Of course, the customer has been very kind, saw a painting that he liked, and I'll create it as similar as I can. And of course, it'd be like a commission basically now, where I change it. And I won't be posting it. It's only Oxford. It's about 2 hours away from here. And so in hindsight, I should have gone with my intuition and just driven it down. Me and Ralph were going for a bit of a road trip once I painted this. And then this is a bit of a vlog of the epic road trip to deliver properly, rather than whatever EVRI's been doing for the last 3 weeks. Oh, coming up to 4 weeks now. Ridiculous. And the only reason I didn't use FedEx is because my printer had broken. I thought I don't want to spend time researching a printer, and then by the time it arrives, delay it. Ironically, it would have been quicker than this. So I've written a review on Trustpilot. I'll link that in the description. I don't want this to be what my art is associated with, so I'm putting it right. It's out of my control, but I am putting it right, and thankfully it's a painting I think I can replicate pretty, not easily, but at least, it's possible. So anyway, come along with the journey, and let's see how this very unusual situation pans out. Change of plan. I've got to walk Ralph, then got to take Angel Demon out for a wee, after which I'm going to do a bit of a mission to go down to the warehouse of EVRI and go and see a real person. And it's worked for someone else, they've done a review, but whether I can get it back today I don't know, but hopefully someone can actually take this seriously and locate the parcel and send it back to me, because otherwise I will have to paint it again, which I will do, but I'd rather not have to spend time doing that. And hopefully this last little effort will be it. And I'm going to change the whole philosophy and mission of my business to deliver any parcel to the UK within about an hour and a half to 2 hour drive. I think that's only fair, and it'll be more personable, and I get to meet all of you. So frustrating, because it's only from Bristol to Oxford. It's not like going to the USA or over water or anything like that. And yet it's been stuck in the Bristol warehouse for 10 days since the date it was meant to be delivered, which is weird. Just the face to do now. Just realised I've been to CrossFit with the green on. We've got paint on me. So now EVRI is lying to me basically and saying, oh, it was scanned yesterday on the 6th and there's no updates for me, and then they give me some other rubbish excuse. So yeah, I won't be using them again. You see these rumours and you think it's going to be alright. But I'm just going to get on with painting this painting, and the problem with trying to paint it again is you're trying to get into the same vibe and same emotion as when you painted it originally, and also this being a loose painting, I've got to now replicate the drips and the happy accidents, the things that kind of just happened, and then I decided which bits to leave, but now I've got to try and replicate it, and I don't want to use carbon copy paper and get it all, because that's just going to make it too rigid and it's going to not feel the same. So I've just got to trust my ability to paint from my painting. I've done it a few times before, but not quite on this scale, and I've just got to figure out where the hip will go and hope that I can get it as close as possible. I have got a backup canvas, but for some reason it's got like little divots in it. I don't know what happened with travel, but this was a good one. Even so, I can use that backup canvas if I need to do it in a more rigid kind of planned and precise kind of way, but I'm hoping I can recreate the energy from the happy accents from the original that got lost. But it would be amazing if they could find it and deliver it either back to me or to the customer, because it's a bit ridiculous how long it's taking to even get a investigation going and just getting these weird responses. And Ralph wants to now play. Of course you do. Ready for a walk, Ralph? So I just have the last few little bits to do, and it's always at this stage where it's practically done and you start thinking, am I going to mess it up? But I just need to add a little bit more orange around the face and a bit more greys onto the face itself, so it's like the original. Because the one that was lost was to cover a mistake, so you had some of the black coming through. And now I need to try and replicate that because I think it just gives a bit more structure and shape rather than just a white splodge. It's amazing how that scrape of white actually just kind of worked. And I decided to leave it last time, whereas I was going to smooth it out and to paint over it, but actually it became this like kind of faceless, iconic kind of thing. And then I need to contact the customer, of course, send the photos and hope that they like what I've done. And I've learned from this, I'm not going to be trusting postal services anymore, even if I've got a few technical problems happening, because what was interesting is it was convenient that they allowed printing in their shop. And so I didn't have to worry about printing a label at home. The new shipping label printer broke. The Inkjet is still not connected to my Wi-Fi. I need to get a replacement lead to see if that helps, or buy a new printer, which I can't afford right now. And so it's just a few little things, but EVRI is as bad as people say it is, as bad as ever since changing the name from Hermes to EVRI, and they're just the worst. Because how can you lose? This is what happened is that the International got their fine, and then I thought it's a large package, it's going to Oxford, so how can you mess that up? But apparently they send it off to Barnsley, which I thought, checked a few Barnsleys, and there's one near Cheltenham, which is about an hour away. I thought it must be that one, but there isn't an EVRI hub in that Barnsley. It's only in Manchester. So they send it up to Manchester first, lose it, and then what they would do is sort it and send it to the, Bristol or Oxford depot, and then send it off to Oxford. I mean, it's a lot of steps that you can lose a package with, and I still don't understand though how they've lost something so large, because this painting is not small. So it's got its own charm, its own beauty, and trying to get these drips in the right place and getting them to actually drip was a challenge, and just it's a different kind of mindset. So the fact I've been able to just, as an artist, create something from nothing again and try and replicate it, it's been good fun, but also daunting, and I still haven't had the okay yet. And then the orange, I realised I had made it into a blood orange, so it was like vermilion and the cadmium orange together, just to create that little bit more of a, it makes it less bright of an orange and adds a bit of that red kind of texture. And because I'm mixing it constantly, you have these little streaks in there, so I've replicated that somehow, which I'm quite happy with. It's just the face and a little bit more orange around the face to do now. Yeah, hopefully all will go to plan, and I should have done this the first time, but you learn from your mistakes, and hopefully the business model and the personable kind of delivering it in person whenever possible is going to be making a real difference with art getting to people a lot quicker. And I'm also going to be researching, because Royal Mail does have 24 and 48 hours, but it's only up to a certain size, so I need to check whether there's other options or whether I missed something that would allow for this size to go. And yes, I could roll it up, but I don't really want to have the customer have to re-stretch it on the other end. So that's an option if it gets bigger than this, but I think it should still be possible, really. And I'd rather keep it, because most people, even myself, don't really know how to stretch a canvas properly, so maybe I'll stretch my own at some point, but yeah, I'd rather keep it intact if possible. Anyway, on to the last bits. I feel like I'm sort of tired and sort of like you get this daunting point of like you've almost finished, but what could go wrong? But actually, I think it's gone pretty smoothly so far. I just need to get the approved. I'll take some photos. There you go. I can get that now. It's got all the shimmering bits of the gold and the iridescent paint. Yeah. Yeah, I can just start doing my laundry and put work away as well now. Yeah. Because it was going to be a laundry day, wouldn't it? But that's tomorrow now. Yeah. Yeah, home. Got a few more things to get out of the car though. You're going to be thinking I'm going without you. You travel so well. Yeah, it's your bedtime, really. Right. Yeah. Beat me all day and you still love me. Thanks, Ralph. Wouldn't be in the car with me all day, not enough. Definitely my dog, aren't you? Maybe do some more ink paintings next time.